Here we go. It's the Sandman, Corey Sandhagen versus Davison Figueiredo. Hey, listen, we're going to open this up with bets. All right, bets. We're going to tell you right now, we are dropping the super hammer on Sirhay City. We're dropping a super hammer play on straight bets. Daniel Marcos, we're dropping a parlay, the undefeated parlay. Listen, you want all this, you have to visit us on proschmobets.com or Instagram. Send a DM, we'll send you the fight picks, all right? And we're going to move on. We're going to get into this right away, all right? There's no need to waste any time, man. Cameron Smotherman, he's going to get submitted by Sirhay City, man. You'll see. All right, we're going to open up the prelims, and we start with Juliana Miller, plus 3.5, folks, plus 3.5. It might be plus 120, plus 150, whatever the odds, plus 110. Take it. Plus 3.5, that's all she needs. If she loses the fight on a split decision, unanimous decision, 28-9, 28, 27, so on and so forth, all right? Ivana Petrovic, great striker. I don't want to downplay her in any way, shape, or form. She's got good kickboxing. Juliana Miller's got good boxing, but she's going to have to out-grapple here, and she will. Ivana Petrovic, she relies too much on a headlock trip. She relies too much on a body lock that most of the times she's not successful. She's not good off her back. If she is scrambling away, it's to folks like Luana Carolina who do not have much, if anything, a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I'm telling you right now, and from what camp did she get that from, right? Juliana Miller is game here, man. Arm bars, dart strokes, anything you potentially, imagine, she's got it. All right, plus 3.5. Now, could they give a robbery decision to Ivana Petrovic? Of course, man. 100%. Dontel Mays, no takedown defense whatsoever. All right, what's the theme here? This is crazy. It's hysterical. All right, we've seen it with Ivana Petrovic. Now we got Thomas Peterson. He's going to just lay on Dontel Mays. That's how you win against Dontel Mays. I'd like to see Thomas Peterson do what he does, clinch against the octagon wall, score some points, do what Mick Parkins couldn't do and win. Thomas Peterson. Gaston Bolanos, come on, man. Quang Lee gets knocked on his ass with a straight right. It's over. It's Gaston Bolanos. He's a great Thai striker. Joe Rogan praises this man through and through. He won very deservingly against a debuting fighter, strong boxer. And here we go. Quang Lee is definitely someone that's getting cut. Marina Rodriguez, Julian Robertson. Jillian sets up, right? She sets up. She chains her striking with her grappling so she could submit. All right, these fighters. Marina Rodriguez has done the best of her to outlast the grapplers. It looks like the UFC is pretty much over her. She does possess a number 9 ranking, so that's quite important. And she is ranked. So despite her seeing all these L's, it is what it is. It's the ultimate lock, Jillian Robertson, but I don't like her in this weight class. In case you guys are listening, I'm definitely fading her. We're looking at $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 down the road. Make sure you tune in. Ryan Loder, wow, so much can be said here. Wide overhands. This guy's getting knocked out. Azamat, from a young age, he's in the Caucasus Mountains, man. Wrestling. This is what this man does, and he's only showcased his striking on the regional scene and on the UFC. Man, he's got that knockout win, debuting into the UFC. Okay, against Zach Reese. Ryan Loder, he won with a crucifix. I mean, this guy's grappling is incredible, but that's all he's doing. He's desperate. He's acting in desperation. And you cannot just utilize. You can't be one-dimensional. This is the 21st century, folks. It's 2025, folks. 2025, all right? And the UFC is not the same place it used to be. Here we go. Yana Santos, Miesha Tate. Yana Santos, great kickboxer, but you're up against someone here like Miesha Tate, who you can matchmake down to Jocelyn Edwards or matchmake up to Norma Dumont. All right, that's the name of the game, folks. That's the name of the game. She's a credentialed collegiate wrestler. She grapples. In her shot selection, Not bad. She's not predictable in there. It's very hard to tape Misha tape. All right, she's out grappled Sarah McMahon, an Olympic wrestler, and she's faced, all right, grapplers and strikers alike, like Ketlin Vieira. Whereas Yana Santos is just seeing strikers through and through on the roster. Come on, folks, this is a lock. Let's move. Let's move. We got Yana Santos on the prelim. Okay. And then what's opening up the main card? What's opening up the main card, folks? We got Jeremy Stevens, Mason Jones. We know Jeremy Stevens is a bit inconsistent. You might say he has that Andre Feely effect. However, he is in the prime age of the best striking he could potentially employ. He's got the best offensive wrestling he could potentially employ. And I'd like to see him take on someone like Mason Jones, who was cut, who's a bit undersized, and could potentially be a parlay buster here, all right, in Iowa. What a state known for wrestling, huh? What a theme, man. This fight card is incredible if you've caught on. Cameron Simon, this man's head is always center line. All right, again, his shot selection, not bad. Very predictable. He's moving the same way through and through the regional scenes. All right, if you tape him, incredibly predictable. Surrey City, though, on the other hand, he was dirty boxing with Garrett Armfield. Oh, man, you know what has he not learned? You know, from Ramon Tavares, an incredible boxer from the young age of 8 in Garrett Armfield, who also wrestled. These guys offensively wrestle. And you got Cameron Smotherman, who I believe the casinos have said aligned to trap the public because of recency bias in Wellmaker knocking out Cameron Simon last weekend. All right, here we go. Surrey City on the money line. We move up on the fight card. We got Montel Jackson, Daniel Marcos. Well, folks, unlike Marlon Chito Vera, Daniel Marcos has phenomenal takedown defense. Phenomenal. There's so much that could be said about his defensive striking. He's a technical striker. He's impressive. Montel Jackson, due to inactivity, will not win this fight. All right, we'll take Daniel Marcos at plus 3.5 for a super hammer, and we hope he gets ranked. All right, ranked after this fight. Montel Jackson, he's very deserving. He's a great, stellar exemplar of what it is to be a mixed martial artist. Back home with the UFC, he's the utmost professional. If you see the inactivity on his Instagram, it's almost as crazy as the inactivity in the UFC. And I don't mean that in sarcasm, but the guy has priorities, and every good man requires that. All right, Daniel Marcos, man, he's fighting on the outside. He's stuffing Davey Grant. He's taking down Davey Grant. He's got a good single leg luta libre background. Luta libre background. All right, Montel Jackson, yes, he's a wrestler, but wow, the scrambles, man, not good, folks. Not good. Every opponent that he faces stands up when taken down. That is not good. Not against Daniel Marcos. When you talk to me about the cardio, well, you know, that's why Daniel Marcos is going to win a round on the mat. That's just the way it goes on the canvas. Here we go. Santiago Ponzinibbio, Daniel Rodriguez. I think Dana White owes Daniel Rodriguez this for taking on, we're not going to say that name here. All right, that's it. On a short notice fight, they said Daniel Rodriguez step up, and it ended terribly for him. So I think this is a good fight for him. Santiago Ponzinibbio has never been the same after his surgeries. What a great striker this man was. And that's all she wrote, man. I'm incredibly confident here. Daniel Rodriguez. Rainer de Ritter, this guy cannot absorb a hit for his life. Paul Craig is much more game than Rainer de Ritter. Rainer de Ritter is no middleweight. This is a light heavyweight at minimum, okay? He is going to maybe mount Bo for a minute. They'll scramble, and it isn't going to end like it did with Holland, where Holland feels the weight and he's like, this guy's too big. Let me just tap. Let me get out of here. No. Bo Nickel is in Iowa. You must be crazy to think that he's going to fight a fight here that he loses. If Rainer the Ritter was signed. Believe me, he was signed to the UFC to bless Bo Nickel with his first knockout. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. All right. And why would the UFC do that, in case you're asking? Because, folks, the only reason why these fighters from overseas, all right, the Dagestanis, the Russians, are making waves the last 10 years is because they are the only ones willing to take a 20% show to fight money and $20,000 bonus money, in case so show money $20,000 and win money $20,000 if you win your fight. All right, no American from a D1 school is looking for pocket change when they can get much more than that. All right, they could get much more than that in a career field of their choice. Some of these guys are intelligent. These D1 wrestlers are graduating with computer science degrees, cybersecurity degrees. You know how much money they get paid? 120, 150,000 off the rip. And if they did private contracting, it's even crazier. Corey Sandhagen, Davison Figueiredo. What do you want me to tell you guys? How the hell is Figgy ranked number 5? I'll tell you how. He defeated Marlon Vera. That's how. Corey Sandhagen's too good, technically too good. The distance is what wins Corey this fight here with Davison Figueiredo. I don't think Davison's going to strike much with Corey. I think he's going to attempt as many takedowns as he could. He's going to spam it because he'll rather grapple with Corey than strike with Corey. He can't. The distance is too wide. And Corey's not going to want to grapple Figgy because the ground and pound is there. And, of course, the advancing on the grappling could catch Corey. So that's the money line. Corey Sandhagen. Folks, you heard it here first. All right, for more, all you have to do is visit us at proschmobets.com.